automobile market, one of the most popular segments is the mid-size segment sedans. Over the years, the competition in the mid-size segment sedan has grown considerably. Hyundai Verna, Maruti Ciaz, Volkswagen Vento, Skoda Rapid and the recently launched Toyota Yaris. But the car which has had the biggest user base, not just today, but over the last 2 decades, has been the Japanese car maker Honda's Honda City. So when we talk about the Honda City, functionality and practicality are 2 adjectives that strike out. Over the years, Honda, with its years of perseverance and hard work, has gained a certain trust in the Indian auto market which is unparalleled in the segment. The 6th generation Honda City, which we have right here, was launched in the Indian market first in 2014. It was also an iconic Honda City because for the first time, Honda launched a diesel engine, ID Tech, in the Indian market. Now, the 7th generation Honda City is due for launch, or Honda is expected to unveil the Honda City 7th generation later this year. So we at India TV Auto decided to bring to you one last walkthrough of the 6th generation Honda City before the 7th generation is finally launched. So this particular model is the VX model of the Honda City. It's got a petrol engine and a 16-inch alloy wheel. Now the Honda City comes with 2 sets of alloy wheels, like the base model and the model above it, the S and SV models, have a 15-inch alloy wheels, and the VX model and the models above it have 16-inch alloy wheels. So what you see here are the 16-inch alloy wheels. On the door, the chrome beadings that you see here come as accessories. They're not part of the car, so you'll have to pay extra if you want to get these installed. If you look at the front door, it's got ample space. You'd say that it's got ample space. I mean, 1 liter bottle can easily fit in its door panel. There's some gap for change here. There's a power window button. The plastic quality is decent comparatively. There's another section for keeping your stuff here. If you look at the back seat again, there's the leg room, as you can see very prominently, is quite a lot here. We'll go into the interiors in just a bit, but before that, let me just show you the boot of this car, which is the largest in its segment. Now, Honda City has a 510 liter boot, which is around 50 odd liters more than the Hyundai Verna and almost similar to the Maruti Ciaz. Because see, the thing with Honda City is that even though there's a lot of competition in this segment, the only true competitors of Honda City over the years have been the Hyundai Verna and the Maruti Ciaz. Because if you talk about the user base, the other cars do not fall into the same playing field as the Honda City. So if you compare it with those two, the boot is actually the top of the segment. Now in the interiors, you'll say that this car is ample of legroom. I mean, for someone like me who has a height of 5'6", 5'7", it's got enough space. But even for someone who's 5'10" or 6 feet tall, I mean, he wouldn't actually, feel congested a lot. Mid-size segments obviously have, historically been criticized for not having enough leg room. But if you are someone who likes to go to office with a chauffeur, this car will not disappoint you. So the Honda City 6th generation also added another beautiful feature to it, the AC vents in the rear. Now again, people who buy this car to sit in the back seat and have a driver drive the car for you will absolutely enjoy this feature, especially in the scorching Delhi heat, where AC is absolutely necessary. And this car also being one of the most, best in segment ACs in the mid-size segment, these AC vents all obviously add as a deal breaker. The car also has an armrest at the rear, which has 2 cup holders here, wherein one is slightly smaller than the other one, but both of them should be able to hold your regular size coffee mug very easily. So that's about the interiors at the rear. Now let's hop in at the front seat and let's see how it is to drive the 1.5 liter IV Tech engine of the Honda City. So the Honda City 6th generation model, it comes with a 1.5 liter engine in both diesel and petrol. If you ask my opinion, I would definitely go for the 1.5 liter petrol IV Tech engine, which is a legendary in its field. So this particular model is the Honda City VX 1.5 liter petrol IV Tech engine. It gives out 117 PS of bhp and 140 Newton meters of torque. If you talk about drivability in general, this engine is amazing. I mean, keeping the sheer power part apart, because the Hyundai Verna comes with a 1.6 litre engine and beats the Honda City if sheer power is considered. Apart from that, drivability in this engine is extraordinary. I mean, I've been using this car for 6 months, and driving this car on highways, on plains, on mountains, and this car has never given me an issue. In fact, when I drive this car, it effortlessly accelerates and effortlessly climbs the mountains, so which is good for auto enthusiasts. If we talk about the acceleration here, let's just downshift and show you how it works. The engine does like to rev, and you can feel the engine revving, and the noise it makes, it's good above the 400 RPM, 4000 RPM figure. So if you're an auto enthusiast, you're gonna like the engine. However, it's not the fastest engine. It's good. It's not the fastest. The Verna in its segment is by far the fastest engine. If you talk about the internal cosmetics of the car, this car has made a lot of changes. I mean, it was launched in 2013, and it did make a lot of changes from the previous generation Honda City. So the VX model comes with a leather-coated gear handle and leather-coated steering wheel, which is different from the lower models. S and SV model don't come with that. You'll get a plain gear knob and plain steering wheel. So that's an addition. The model ZX above this also has all these things. If you talk about the panel here, it comes with a piano black finish. While it does look good on the first instance and looks beautiful, and if it's kept clean, it'll look amazing. But the point here is that it's very fingerprint. I mean, it attracts a lot of fingerprints. So in daily usability and daily driving, if you're using a lot of features and panels here, and it's gonna implant a lot of fingerprints, which in time, if the car is not kept clean and if not dusted regularly, will become a problem, because then they'll start looking shabby. Another thing about this Honda City model, which was people had a double opinion about, is the AC climate control system, which is also touchscreen on this one. Now, personally, when I bought this car, I had mixed opinions about this, and I was one person who believed that the traditional rotary system was very feasible and practical in a longer run. If you're driving a car, let's say for hours together, then touchscreen could not be the most practical thing to go by. But having used this car for 6 months, let me tell you from my own opinion that the car is extraordinary, and what Honda has done with this touchscreen is it's nothing short of brilliant, because not once have I faced a problem wherein I've touched the panel and it's not increased or decreased the fan speed or the temperature here. So that way it's good, and the buttons are well defined and well apart from each other, so you don't face the problem that you want to press one button and you end up pressing the other button. So that's good. If you look at the points here, the Honda City comes with a 12-watt charger, a port for power outlet, which can be used as your mobile phone charger. You can put the plug in there. Apart from that, it comes with an HDMI port, which frankly I haven't used as yet. So it's not much practical in a car unless you want to connect your laptop, which people don't usually do. So that's there. And except that, there are two USB ports here, which open up from these lashes. So that's good. I mean, the feel-good factor is there. But if you talk about practicality, the second USB port is only meant for the navigation part of the inbuilt navigation system, which Honda provides you with. It's not the best. It's not the best navigation system. So people who are banking on the Google Maps should remain banking on the Google Maps and not get totally dependent on the Honda navigation system, because it's not that great. This particular infotainment system that you're seeing here, it's an aftermarket infotainment system. You can get it upgraded from the company, which I got. Honda does offer a few deals on these lately, so that's there. Apart from this, the car in itself comes with a 7-odd inches of infotainment system, which is good, which is not bad. The sound quality is good. The car also comes with 2 cup holders here, which can hold your coffee mug easily, and a small bottle if you so wish. Space is adequate there. Below the parking brake, there is also space to keep your phones. My 5.8-inch phone is sufficiently parked here, and there's space for a bigger phone here as well. So that's not an issue with the Honda City. So space is not an issue with this Honda City. I mean, mid-segment sedans have been criticized historically for having less space inside. Even though they look large from outside, they've had sort of congested interiors. But that's not an issue with this Honda City. It's got ample amount of space, ample amount of leg room, like we showed you in the interiors. In the back seat as well, it's got ample amount of room. This is the armrest here. It opens up. The space is enough for fitting your stuff if you so like. There are two places to stack in your stuff here as well, which is good. The door also has a pocket of little. I mean, you can keep your keys and change here. So that's there. Small amount of spaces is there. Below that also you have a lot of space. There's 1 liter bottle you can keep easily there. So that's there. Another thing which is extraordinary about this car is the air conditioner. Now I've driven a lot of cars, but this car, the AC on this car is good. I mean, when you travel outside the city, we travel in Delhi, and the heat in Delhi is scorching. The AC in this car still keeps you cool. So air conditioner is definitely a positive in this car. It's I'd say I'd go on till the extent to say that it's the segment best air conditioner in the mid-size sedans. Also, another thing about the Honda City which is the segment best is the seats. I mean, only the top model of this car comes with the leather seats. These VX and the models below VX do not come with the leather seats. This car, however, has leather seat covers installed aftermarket. But the seats and all, it's very comfortable. I mean, you'll never feel tiredness when you're traveling long term in this car. It gives you that kind of comfortable feel while you're driving, as well as when you're sitting in the back seat. That's good. So the car has a good push. I mean, you'll feel that the car is revving. The engine is trying. It's making a lot of noise, but it's a good noise if you're an auto enthusiast. That's there. So. That was the 2019 model Honda City, the 6th generation. As per our reports, Honda has already started road testing the 7th generation of the Honda City on these Indian roads. It should be unveiled by the end of 2019 or at the latest by early 2020. Keep watching India TV Auto for all the news, reviews and comparisons from the automotive world.